The 2017 Formula 1 season starts with one of the biggest rule changes in recent years. Mercedes have dominated the last 3 seasons, winning all 3 drivers and constructors championships, but with the recently departing Nico Rosberg, they were looking for a second driver for their team. A long list of candidates were drawn up, but Valtteri Bottas was the successor of the 2016 world champion in the Mercedes team. The big regulation change for 2017, Mercedes were under a lot of pressure to replicate what they'd done for the last 3 years. Pre-season testing went very well for Mercedes. They were fast, they were reliable, they had 2 good drivers, they were looking on the up, and they were very confident about the 2017 season ahead. But as Mercedes stride forward and looked like they were competing for a 4th world championship, Red Bull were struggling. Their closest competitor for the last few years were really struggling to get any sort of pace around the pre-season track here in Catalonia. They were worried about the 2017 season ahead, but had stuck with their drivers of Daniel Ricciardo and Max Verstappen for this next season ahead. Ferrari were the team that were closest to Mercedes in pre-season testing, and in a couple of days they actually beat them. The worry for Ferrari was the reliability, but they had stuck with their 2016 drivers once again of Vettel and Kimi Raikkonen. We thought Massa had retired from the sport, but as Bottas went to Mercedes, Williams were looking for a driver to partner Lance Stroll, and Massa was the man. Williams looked pretty strong in pre-season testing, the Mercedes engine once again looking reliable, and the Williams car looking pretty good in a straight line. Force India shocked everyone when they revealed the pink livery for the 2017 season. The driver lineup for them was Esteban Ocon alongside the ever-impressive Sergio Perez. Whilst Force India looked like they're on the up, McLaren looked like they're on the way down. They had a miserable pre-season testing. Fernando Alonso and Stoffel Van Dorn look like they're going to be having a very tough season in the McLaren car. It looks like, from current form at least, it will take many races to get anywhere near the points. One team that was surprising everyone in pre-season testing was Toro Rosso. They looked fast, consistent and reliable. As of recent seasons, they've struggled to keep up with the development race of the bigger teams, but could this finally be the year that Toro Rosso battle possibly for 4th or 5th position in the Constructors' Championship? Haas F1 team had a great 2016 and decided to upgrade their driver lineup. They've got Kevin Magnussen to replace Esteban Gutierrez, who will now be alongside Romain Grosjean in the Haas team. Pre-season was nothing special, but they were reliable and consistent. After an appalling 2016, Renault could only get better, and pre-season testing started to go a little bit better. They weren't particularly fast, but they were more reliable than they were this time last year, so confidence was high alongside the signing of Nico Hülkenberg from Force India. Another team hopefully going to be on the up is Sauber. They've got a new driver lineup for the 2017 season. Alongside Marcus Ericsson, they've got Pascal Wehrlein, the Mercedes junior driver, who was in line for the Mercedes seat, but unfortunately for him, he didn't get it, so have another season in the midfield. A last-minute salvage mission to buy Manor meant that Esteban Gutierrez lined up alongside Rio Haryanto in the Manor team. Using many parts from 2016, they're of course going to struggle, and anything but last place would be a miracle from Manor. With pre-season testing complete, we're ready for the first Grand Prix of the season. Australia, as it normally is, marks the first race. Daniel Ricciardo, home hero, he's going to be hopefully going to be getting amongst the mix. Ferrari and Mercedes look like they're the main 2 teams, but him and his Red Bull, there's definitely a chance he could definitely spoil the party. So let's get to it, guys. The first Grand Prix weekend of the season here. It's going to be a close one. Who's going to come out on top? Mercedes most likely going to be favourite. Also Ferrari and Red Bull up there as well. We're going to be driving for Force India this season as Esteban Ocon. So let's go for the first race of the season down to turn 1 here in qualifying. Are we going to be able to get the braking point just about right? Yes, we are. Through the first corner. Not too shabby whatsoever. We're going to be opening the DRS any second now. There we go. Down the back straight. We've got a good Mercedes power plant in the back of this Force India. Hopefully, we're going to get him on the brakes. We're going to get a couple of positions there up to like P15, P14. Not too bad whatsoever. We sort of assume this Force India is going to be in the mid-pack here. But what part of the mid-pack is it going to be? Is it going to be right near the front? Maybe like near the Williams or near the back towards the Sauber? Who knows? So through the first sector, not too shabby whatsoever. We're sort of about 12th, 13th. It's close. We don't really know. This one-shot qualifying definitely puts the pressure on you to get this qualifying done ASAP. Exactly right. So for this career mode, I'm going to do one-shot qualifying to save a bit of time, and also we're going to be doing 25% races here. It's hopefully going to be an interesting season, guys. I know you guys might have got a little bit bored of 2016 over and over, so I took a couple of months out of the game, and I'm back sort of on the game, if you know what I mean. Basically 2017 mods, 2016 game. I think it's going to be exciting nonetheless, and just have a bit more variety variety of colour on the grid in 2017. So up to the final couple of corners here on this Australia track, are we going to be able to maximise this and maybe get into the top 10? Oh, a slight mistake through there. That's lost us a couple of positions as we head into the penultimate corner here in Australia, down to P13. P12. Is it going to be all about this run onto the final straight? Oh, we slightly messed that up. We really messed it up. Up to the start-finish line. I think Bottas is on pole position for the first race of the season. Yes, he is. Across the line, we're going to get P13, I think that was there. Not too shabby whatsoever. Okay, we could have done maybe a bit better there, but I'm not too disappointed in that. It's definitely got us a chance of getting points this race. So you can see there, a couple of the driver nationalities are wrong, so apologies for that. That's just the mod I was using. I'll leave a link to it down below, so if you want to go and check it out, but maybe a slight adjustment that needs to be done. So that's how the qualifying all lines up there. Manor, on their surprise return, don't finish last, which is pretty surprising. But nonetheless, let's get to the Grand Prix. Australia always is a thriller. So then we're ready for this first race of the season here in 2017. We've got Romain Grosjean just in front of us here. We look to the lights here for the first race and away we go here. A good initial start. Much better than Romain Grosjean as we head down to turn number 1. Are we going to be able to get this down to turn 1 past Grosjean? Maybe past Massa on the outside as well. Van Dorn's had a good start. He's into P10. Both McLarens currently in the top 10 after pre-season testing. I don't think I'd have expected that. So down the back straight. Right up behind Felipe Massa. We're going to go for a move down the inside. Yes, we are. Past him. Van Dorn's left the door open. That's maybe a bit of a rookie error there, side by side with Stoffel Van Dorn round the outside and moved ourselves into P10. Slightly hitting that sausage curb in front, but we're into the points position already. We've got our teammate just in front of us there. I think P8 for Sergio Perez through the first sector. P10 in the points. Exactly what we wanted. Probably in reality, we probably should have got a bit more out of the car. I mean, let's be honest, Sergio Perez did a much better job than us in qualifying, getting right up there. And to be honest, behind one of the McLarens, that's not exactly what we wanted in this first race of the season. They looked absolutely woeful in pre-season testing, and I would have not expected it whatsoever to be behind them. I honestly thought they were going to be the worst, if not the second to worst car on the grid this season, maybe only just ahead of Manor, but they've stepped it up for this first race of the season, and McLaren are currently doing quite good, just outside the points with Van Dorn, and Alonso doing a really solid job here, right up behind Sergio Perez here, who maybe could get past under DRS, but let's be honest, that Honda has terrible straight line speed, so he's going to need DRS to get anywhere near anyone. A slight mistake from me there. Don't think I'm going to lose the position, but it does mean most likely I'm not going to be able to get any sort of good run on Fernando Alonso down this main straight here. So it looks like for at least now, I'm going to have to keep 10th place, and we've got Van Dorn right up behind us as Bottas sets the fastest lap of the race here on the first lap of the race. He's obviously led across the line. So onto lap number 4 here, we've got Felipe Massa now, the car directly behind us here. We've lost a bit of time to Fernando Alonso. That gap's probably about 3.5 seconds now at this point, but Felipe Massa's done a good job to get past Van Dorn, who's probably struggling without any sort of DRS at that point. More, you know, he's maybe got DRS, but he's just so damn slow in a straight line. So there we go, P10. Oh, slight mistake there from us, but we managed to keep it in a straight line on lap number 4 as we go towards the end of the lap here. Under a bit more pressure, you can see that gap to Alonso just keeps going up. Down the main straight here, Felipe Massa's going to have some DRS. Is he going to get us down to turn 1? It's going to be really close. We're running out of speed towards the end of the straight. He's not going to get us into turn 1, but he might, with the second DRS zone, get us down here. So, a good run from Felipe. I think he's going to get me here. With a DRS, he's probably going to breeze past me down this back straightaway here. He's going for a move down the inside, but he's backed out of it. I've missed my braking point as well. Oh my goodness, this side by side. Oh, there's wheel-to-wheel contact as well. We just about edge out Massa and keep our P10. All of this battling, however, has just meant that Alonso is getting a massive gap as we get on the grass, nearly lose it. Oh my goodness, that so nearly was a big crash there. I lost any sort of chance of points, but we somehow keep it in the right direction and keep our P10 for now at least. As we go on to lap number 6, this is our pit stop lap here. Hopefully we'll come in here with no sort of damage. We've got Van Dorn now directly behind us here. Alonso pulled out even more of an advantage here. We are struggling to keep these cars behind us as they all battle behind us. We're sort of like, oh my goodness, this is just an absolute barrage of absolute attacks every single corner here. But right now we've got a bit of a gap to Van Dorn, and as we come into the pit lane, hopefully no one will follow us in. Hopefully they'll go on for another lap here. Hopefully they'll get us a bit of an undercut. So up to the last corner, into the pit lane we come. I think most of the cars in front of me are pitting. I can see Alonso in the pit lane as well. So looks like most people are pitting. No, Van Dorn's going around, but most other people are coming to the pit lane here. I guess McLaren wanted to make sure they don't double stack their cars there as they were so close to each other on the track in proximity. So we're going onto the soft compound tyres here, the harder compound in the Australian Grand Prix here. So good to go here. I think we'll come out, you know, about 3.5, 4 seconds behind Alonso. I think we've gained a little bit on him through the pit stop stages. Hopefully it's going to be enough to actually get some sort of battle in this race. If we can work these soft tyres right, we still could have a bit of a battle in this race with Fernando Alonso, but it's going to be quite tough because, let's be honest, he's an incredible driver. Even if the car's absolute that, you know what I mean? I think we're going to struggle because Alonso is just such a quick driver here. So we've come out the pit lane in P17 here, not too far behind Alonso to be fair, and Massa's not that close anymore. So let's see, around the last couple of corners here, most of the people are pitting now, including Verline, and I think maybe Van Dorn's in there as well. We'll see as we come out the pit lane here. We've got Van Dorn, we've got Magnussen, we've got Sainz. So most of the people that were behind us have come out behind us, which is good. And hopefully these soft compound tyres are going to be the ones to propel us towards Fernando Alonso here, because let's be honest, we weren't doing too good on these super softs here. Lap number 9, you can see we're coming out to the back of Julian Palmer. He hasn't pitted as of right now, so he's on incredibly old soft tyres and one of the slowest cars on the grid in that Renault. They didn't really improve too much in the pre-season testing. We've gone wide. Oh, we got sideways. We've got a tank slapper. We've kept it in the right direction. No, we've hit the wall. Bit of damage there. Just about keeping it in the right direction there, meaning we should be able, okay, to continue there. There is front wing damage you can see on the front left-hand side of the front wing there, but I don't know, hopefully it's not enough to actually cause significant damage here, a significant time loss. Keep our fingers crossed, lads, because that was a silly mistake on my part there. I overcorrected way too much there, and hopefully we'll have nothing like that in the future of this, because I do not want to go through anything like that again. I thought my race was over. So, lap number 10, Alonso's gone. We couldn't get these tyres to sort of heat up and sort of work properly. Well, we probably could have. We sort of tried a bit harder, but we just weren't very good here today. So, not great from us, and you can see by lap number 13, we're coming under a lot of pressure from Carlos Sainz here, and Stoffel Van Dorn. They're right up behind me, so 3 manufacturers battling over 10th position here as we go down to turn 1 here on lap number 14. Under 2 laps to go now. Missing the apex, not too good whatsoever. We're going to have both these cars behind us with their DRS wide open down this back straight away. Are we going to defend? Yes, we're going the inside line here into turn number 2. Are we going to be able to do it? There's a bit of wheel-to-wheel contact. We've got the overtake, or kept the overtake done there on Carlos Sainz. We've kept P10 for now, slightly wide. He's not going to get us there as he's tried to go on the outside, but there's just absolutely no space. So for now, somehow we've kept P10, but the pace is going. The pace is going. We're going to really struggle, guys, because these guys behind us are so much quicker. So then, just over a lap to go as we skip towards the end of lap number 14 here. Are we going to be able to complete Esteban Ocon's first points finish in Formula 1 here? Fingers crossed for him. We've got just over a lap to go here. We've got Esteban Ocon under massive pressure from Carlos Sainz and also from Stoffel Van Dorn. So 3 teams battling over this 10th position. Exciting stuff here. Missing the apex once again. We weren't doing very good, were we, through the apex at turn 1? We completely missed it most of the time here. So down the back straight. DRS once again from Carlos Sainz. It's side by side. It looks like this time he's got it done. He's much further ahead. Oh, there's slight contact. Wheel-to-wheel contact between me and Sainz. I moved over, but I've led him through there, so I've backed off and let Carlos Sainz through there because I didn't want him to lose anything out of that from my little mistake here. So towards the end of the lap here, you can see we're trying to put the pressure on Sainz here. We've got the left-hander right. Oh, we've slightly cut the right-hander. We're right up behind now in the slipstream of Carlos Sainz. Are we going to be able to get P10 back here? On the brakes, side by side. I think we've just about done it. We've gone past him. We've gone past that Toro Rosso with a couple of corners to go. Can we hold on to it? We know we don't have great traction at the final corner. They might even get a bit of DRS up to the start-finish line. Is it going to be enough? Is this Force India going to be quick enough in a straight line? They're going to be activating DRS right about now. Are we going to do it? Up to the start-finish line. It's going to be P10 for Esteban Ocon and his first race in Formula 1. He's going to be absolutely loving that. Valtteri Ocon. Yep, that makes sense. The German flag. It just doesn't make any sense whatsoever, but congratulations Esteban Ocon on his first points finish in Formula 1. Great stuff there. Mercedes win the race, I think, with Lewis Hamilton as well, so they're going to be happy with that. Of course, the mod does not show the faces updated in game, so we've still got Rosberg on there, but you know it's Bottas. So Hamilton wins from Bottas in second position, Vettel in third, then we've got Verstappen and Ricciardo, Kimi Raikkonen, Lance Stroll, and a great finish there for the Williams team. Sergio Perez, our teammate, finished in P8, Alonso finished P9, and we finished in P10. We've got Sainz, Van Dorn, and overall most of the midfield guys just behind us there. So I was really happy with that, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. That's been the F1 2017 mod career mode episode number 1. I'd really appreciate if you could remember to leave a like on the video. That'd be massively appreciated. Let's try and hit 500 likes on this video. That'd be absolutely epic. And yep, that's it. Thank you for watching. Have an epic day, and I'll see you all soon for more of this career mode. Goodbye.